but he never.
I even gave Miss Silver $1 for Color Day. That was not cool.
$675 because she says
I know, and then we had ice cream and pizza.
Richard Jones says the plaintiff hired him to only do the kitchen cabinets, but she kept adding more work, which made it impossible for him to finish. He says his work was well worth the $1,000, so he feels he shouldn't have to pay her back.
Who? Why?
You're suing Mr. Jones for $675 because you say you hired him to remodel your kitchen, and he walked off the job, didn't pay you any of the money back, just took your money and left.
Correct.
Okay. And Mr. Jones, you say that you were doing all the work that you were paid to do, and she just kept adding on things you were doing, and finally you had to give up and leave. Is that right? Okay. I'm going to get to your second.
You know I don't listen.
Okay, Ms. Anderson, go ahead and tell me how this started.
You should have figured that out by now,
I took out a home equity loan to have my kitchen remodeled.
Okay.
I hired Richard Jones to remodel it for me.
How do you know Mr. Jones?
Actually, we go back about 3.5 years. We've been good friends, and he's done work for me in the past.
Did the two of you
why wasn't
work
we talking?
together? Did you date?
We dated in the beginning.
Okay, so you had a relationship.
It was like,
you started in a relationship, and then eventually he started doing work for you?
Yeah, we've been friends for, we dated for about a year. And
which came first? Did you hire him to do a job and then start dating her, or were you dating him and then it just led to him?
We met and we dated, and he worked as a carpenter as his profession.
Whatever.
And as time went on, there were odd jobs that I had around the house that I hired him to do, and he did a great job.
What did you want done?
Bowling. I mean, I'm gonna go back there. That was fun.
I mean,
because like I told you, I haven't bowled since like preschool.
I bought new cabinets,
and especially since I was beating all y'all too.
Do the whole thing. And he said he could do the whole job for $1,000.
No, tell me how Kimberly was beating me. She had 73. I had like 62.
All the labor involved in hanging the cabinets, the countertop.
Come on, because I need washcloths and everything. Come on, let's go.
Easy cabinet put back. Install the cabinet. Right. Okay, so there's a disagreement already. She thinks you're rebuilding your kitchen for $1,000, and you think you're installing the cabinets. Right. But there's nothing in writing, right?
No. Okay. And it's because we've been friends. I mean, he's done work for me before I trusted him.
I know. Seems like I make my bread and butter on friends.
I would be throwing gutter balls all day.
What happens?
Okay, he starts bumpers. Actually, he didn't start working. I prepaid him, which I have a copy of the cash check.
Well, you're not denying you got the money, right?
Well, I mean, I can because I didn't hit the bumpers that much.
Anyway, he agreed
sometimes
to start work the first Saturday in June when I got back from my vacation. I got back from vacation, gave him a call. He says, "Oh, I forgot." And I said, "Well, I've got somebody coming on Sunday to pick up my old cabinet."
Like, there was
I need those cabinets out.
I hit 9 balls
anyway, he knew
what were your other plans?
I had a big fishing trip to go on too.
Fishing trip.
And then when I tried to hit the one, I wouldn't go.
I did get the dates mixed up. I admit that.
So how did you cure it?
I got a friend of mine to take out the cabinets and the countertop. I paid him $300 to do it. She had no problem with
it. At this point, are you guys still dating when you're doing this work?
Oh my God.
No, we weren't dating at the time.
Not at the time?
No.
Okay, what was it like when you initially started dating?
Well, see, our first date, I mean, it was pretty. You're gonna love this one. Okay.
No, we don't need to go into any details.
Well, I know we probably don't, but now you piqued my curiosity. What was the first date?
Well, our first date was something else.
Cause
I took her out. We had a couple drinks, had dinner, had a couple drinks.
I don't understand what this has to do.
Came back.
It may not have anything to do with it.
Okay.
Came back to her house.
I mean, he's only 9 years old.
Apparently, I'm not the only one that wants to hear it. People in the audience want to hear it too. So you came back.
Well, we came back to her house, and meanwhile, her ex-husband is across the street, behind the bushes, on the phone to the cops, saying that his house is being broken into.
So what happened?
So Pam and I, we get into the foyer, and then boom, the door breaks down, and I've got a 9mm in my forehead, and they ordered me to get on the floor, and they cuffed me. So then Pam's
that was the first date.
That's our first date.
See, that should have been. See, I thought in your answer when you said that in your first date you ended up in handcuffs, I had a totally different picture.
Next, on Judge Alex. She says her carpenter didn't want to finish the job, so she gave him the axe.
He just shook his head and said, "Nope, nope, nope." And he goes, "Pam, you know what? I'm done here."
Are you involved in a legal dispute with your ex-lover and want your case heard on Judge Alex? If so, call 1-800-854-7303.
You know, there are still some people who don't know that the cost of their diabetes testing supplies may be covered by Medicare. Well, if you have diabetes and you're on Medicare, your testing supplies may be covered. Your monitors, your test strips, your lenses, whether you use insulin or not. So to find out if you qualify, call Liberty Medical. Here's how it works. Liberty is a Medicare participating provider.
Who are you talking to?
They bill Medicare and your insurance company. You pay nothing up front.
Did they call you
Your testing supplies are delivered right to your door, no charge for shipping. You have nothing to worry about because when it's time to reorder, Liberty will remind you. Call Liberty Medical. They can help you live a better life.
To find out if you qualify for home delivery of diabetes testing supplies, call Liberty at 1-800-232-0016. That's 1-800-232-0016.
We tried for 6 months to sell our home with a real estate agent.
And we still don't buy owner app.
Buy owner rep answered all of our questions completely.
We got our asking price.
And we saved over $25,000.
Yo, Chardee, let me call you back. My mom's trying to.
Are you taking Abilify, Geodon, Seroquel, or Risperdal for schizophrenia? If you are